Frustrated with watery suds that just slide off your car instead of thick clinging foam? I found the 5 foam cannons that actually deliver professional-level results. Our rigorous testing process, which includes evaluating foam thickness, pressure washer compatibility, and real-world cleaning performance, has revealed which foam cannons truly stand out from the rest. Each one has unique features that could be perfect for your specific setup. So make sure to watch the complete list. You'll find all the links with the best updated prices in the description. Here we go. Starting off at number 5, we have the McKillans foam cannon. And what caught my attention was how they've thought about the little details that actually matter during a wash. The wide mouth design might not sound exciting, but if you've ever tried filling a narrow bottle while juggling soap and water, you'll appreciate this. It just makes the whole setup process less of a hassle. What really stands out is the foam quality. This thing produces thick clinging foam that actually stays on your paint long enough to do its job. The foam helps loosen dirt before you even touch the surface, which is exactly what you want to avoid those annoying swirl marks. During testing, I noticed the adjustability is pretty solid too. You've got control over both the foam output and the spray angle, so you can dial it in based on what you're cleaning. The build quality is where McKillans put their money. They're using brass connectors instead of cheap plastic, and you can actually feel the difference in your hands. The translucent bottle is another smart touch because you can see when you're running low on soap without having to unscrew anything. It works with both electric and gas pressure washers, which gives you flexibility if you ever upgrade your setup. What really convinced me was the stable base design. It doesn't tip over when you set it down, which sounds basic but saves you from wasting product. My favorite part is how it balances user-friendly features with solid construction. Keep in mind that you'll want to dial in your soap ratio for optimal foam, and it may take a wash or two to find your sweet spot. You'll find the link in the description. Next up is the MTM Hydro PF22 foam cannon, and this is where we start getting into what the pros use. What immediately sets this apart is the patented design. They actually have a patent on the foam generation system, which tells you there's some real engineering behind it. The build quality is where you really notice the difference. They're using fiberglass reinforced plastics instead of standard materials, and it makes this thing feel substantially more robust in your hands. Compared to what we just saw with the McKillans, this takes durability up another notch. The brass components and reinforced construction mean you're looking at something built for long-term use, not just weekend washing. What impressed me during testing was the pressure range compatibility. This works from 1100 all the way up to 5000 psi, which is genuinely versatile. Whether you've got a basic electric unit or a commercial gas washer, it'll handle it. The flow rate range is equally flexible, covering 1.4 to 5.3 gallons per minute. The 32-ounce wide mouth bottle is practical for mixing, and being able to use water up to 140 degrees means you can tackle tougher cleaning jobs. The adjustable soap injection knob gives you precise control over foam density, and the 2-stage nozzle lets you switch between vertical and horizontal spray patterns. On the fly, in my testing, the foam quality was consistently thick and clingy, exactly what you want for pre-wash applications. What really convinced me was how well it performs across different pressure washers without compromising foam output. My favorite part is the professional-grade construction that suggests this'll outlast cheaper alternatives. Keep in mind that the learning curve for dialing in your perfect soap ratio might take a few washes, and this sits at a higher price point. You'll find the link in the description. Next up is the Tool Daily Pressure Washer Gun Foam Cannon, and what really stood out here is the compatibility angle. If you've ever been frustrated trying to figure out which foam cannon works with your specific pressure washer, this one solves that headache. They've included both M22 14mm and M22 15mm fittings, plus a brass coupler to bridge the gap between different hose sizes. This means it works with a huge range of brands. Whether you've got a Generac, Simpson, Karcher, Sunjo, or even less common brands like Campbell or MITM, you're covered. It's one of those things where the compatibility list actually matters, because the last thing you want is to get a foam cannon that doesn't connect to your setup. The gun itself handles up to 4000 psi and 8 gallons per minute, which puts it in a solid performance range. The foam cannon operates best between 1000 and 3000 psi, which is right where most home pressure washers sit anyway. During my testing, I found the 1-liter bottle to be a sweet spot for capacity. It's enough to do a full vehicle without stopping to refill, but it's not so large that it becomes awkward to handle. What I really appreciated was the adjustable nozzle system. You can dial in the foam thickness by turning the top knob, and the spray pattern adjusts from a concentrated stream to a wider coverage. It takes a bit of experimentation to find your preferred setting, but once you do, it produces thick foam that clings well to the surface. They've also included 5 different nozzle tips with angles from 0 to 65 degrees, which adds versatility beyond just foam application. You can use this for general pressure washing tasks too, which makes it more than a single-purpose tool. What really convinced me was how this balances broad compatibility with practical features at an accessible price point. My favorite part is not having to worry about whether it'll work with your your existing equipment. Keep in mind that you absolutely need a pressure washer for this. It won't work with a garden hose connection. And dialing in your soap mixture takes some trial runs. You'll find the link in the description. Next up is the Raincovo wide mouth foam cannon. And what impressed me right away was how they've optimized this for lower pressure washers. The 1.1 millimeter orifice is specifically designed to work with washers below 1500 psi, which means if you're running a basic electric unit, you're still getting thick, luxurious foam without needing commercial grade pressure. The foam quality itself is consistently dense and clingy. During testing, I noticed it produces what they call mountains of snow foam that actually blankets your vehicle evenly. This isn't just for show either. That thick foam lifts dirt away from the paint surface before you make contact, which is how you avoid those swirl marks that drive everyone crazy. What really sets this apart is the detachable threaded nozzle design. Unlike traditional fixed pin setups, you can remove the foam maker without any tools. This matters more than you'd think, because when you need to replace parts or deep clean the nozzle, you're not fighting with stuck components. The 1/4-inch quick connector system follows the same philosophy. You can swap accessories instantly, and cleanup becomes way less of a hassle. The adjustability is genuinely practical. You've got integrated dials that let you control foam viscosity and spray patterns on the fly. You can rotate from a concentrated jet to a wide fan pattern, and the horizontal and vertical angle adjustments help you reach those awkward spots under wheel wells or around mirrors. The wide neck design makes filling straightforward, similar to what we saw with the McKillans, and the stable base prevents tipping when you set it down. The see-through bottle has gradated measurements, so you can nail your soap-to-water ratio without guessing. The weighted stainless steel filter inside moves freely through the solution, letting you use nearly every drop in the bottle. What really convinced me was how this balances accessibility with performance. It's built for people who don't have high-end pressure washers, but still want professional-level foam output. My favorite part is the tool-free maintenance that makes ownership less frustrating. Keep in mind that you'll want to rinse it thoroughly after each use and store it indoors away from sunlight to keep it working properly. You'll find the link in the description. Before we reveal our number one, be sure to check out the description below for the freshest deals on each of these items. And finally, number one, we have the Viking foam cannon. And what really impressed me is how they've combined all the features that matter into one cohesive package. Viking has been in the car care business for over 50 years, and you can tell they've learned what actually works. The 1.1 liter capacity puts it right in the sweet spot. It handles larger vehicles without constant refills, similar to what we saw with the Raincovo, but Viking pairs that capacity with genuinely robust construction. The materials feel premium, and the impact-resistant bottle means you're not babying this during use. What sets this apart is the dual adjustability system. You've got control over spray pattern and angle, but Viking also gives you a dedicated soap dilution knob. You can fine-tune foam consistency from thin to thick with a simple turn, adapting to different wash scenarios without changing your soap mixture. During testing, this level of control made a real difference when dealing with varying dirt levels. The wide neck and stable base prevent the frustrations we've all experienced. No tipping over, no awkward filling angles. The 1/4-inch quick connect is industry standard, so it works seamlessly with most pressure washers, whether gas or electric. One thing to note is this requires a pressure washer. It won't function with a garden hose, which is how proper foam cannons should work anyway. Compared to the professional-grade MTM Hydro we looked at earlier, this balances performance with accessibility. You're getting high-quality construction and thoughtful features without stepping into commercial pricing territory. The foam output is consistently thick and clingy, loosening dirt before you touch the paint. What really convinced me was how Viking has refined the fundamentals while adding meaningful adjustability. My favorite part is the combination of capacity, build quality, and fine control over foam consistency. It's executing the concept really well. Keep in mind that proper maintenance matters. Rinse it thoroughly after each use to keep everything flowing smoothly. You'll find the link in the description. Now you know exactly which foam cannon will deliver thick, clinging foam for your specific pressure washer without falling into compatibility issues or wasting money on weak performance. Check the description for all the links with updated prices and deals. These models are selling fast, and Amazon prices change constantly.